I just think our composure. I would say we were going against a well-coached, super athletic. They caused a lot of havoc. I think our composure, even when they made a run at the end of that second, to cut the lead to 2. We came out in that third quarter, was able to withstand that, and pretty much play the game that we wanted to play. We had a great game plan, and we tried to execute that as close to 40 as possible.
LeBron, you guys have all 5 starters in double figures, 29 assists. We've talked about this week how, without Luka and Austin, it'll be collective. Just how much can tonight you guys serve as a blueprint for what it's going to take for this series?
I mean, we don't have a choice. It has to be that way. It has to be a collective group. You're missing so much firepower like we are right now with AR and Luka being out. We all have to pitch in. We all have to do our job and even do a little bit more. Protect one another offensively and defensively. And I think we did that tonight.
I know you're not someone who really applies the term pressure to basketball very often, but Luka Kennard told us the other day he doesn't feel any pressure. And JJ Redick said that maybe it's freeing this position you guys are in going into this series, considering your backcourt, what they're going through. What do you feel like the kind of overall team spirit is, or has been coming into this?
I mean, we just want to prepare ourselves the best way we can. I thought we had a great week in preparation, but we got to continue that. It's just one game. We protect the home court for game 1, and we got to get better over the next 48 hours going into game 2 on Tuesday. So, I thought we had just a good spirit. Everybody was in tune when we wanted to execute, and we tried to do that.
LeBron, this is the 83rd game this team has played this season, counting the regular season time. You guys have had to win a bunch of different ways. How do you think that benefited you guys as you enter a game like tonight? Obviously missing your starting backcourt, but also too, having prepped a very specific way for a Rockets team you ended up not seeing.
No, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we definitely prepared the best way we could coming to tonight's game. We understood the situation that we were going to be in, and we understand how our demographic of offensively how we're going to play had to completely change. So we spent a lot of time with this week, the week leading up to this game, honing in what we need to do offensively, because it's just a different style of how we play now. You're missing so much, for us, our game plan didn't change that much as far as who we're going against. Obviously, getting the news late, the late scratch of KD, changed some of our situational things, but that team is still dangerous. Even more dangerous with KD, obviously, but they're still dangerous, and I thought we handled it with a lot of professionalism.
Hey Ron, you've hit so many difficult shots in your career. I'm wondering what you thought of Luke's offhanded hook shot first.
The one that went on high off the glass? Yeah. It's good to be able to be comfortable with both hands. And him going across, that lane and going to his right hand, being able to kiss it high off that glass, it's pretty cool to be able to do that. A defense can never just key in on one hand, and it keeps the defense always off balance.
Right. After game 1, where do you begin, even after a win, to assess potential areas of improvement when you're in the playoff series?
Right after the game ended, I got in my locker. I'm already thinking about situations where we could have been better, thinking about ways I could have been better, putting us in position to be more successful, both offensively and defensively. We have a lot of room to improve. Things that we said that we wanted to accomplish, and some of the things that we did not accomplish tonight as a team. So we got a lot of room for improvement going into Tuesday.
Hey Bron, is it kind of crazy that of all the superstars in this series, that the lone one standing was the one in year 23 tonight?
I don't know. There's a lot of crazy things that's been going on this year, for me. I was on the floor with my son, in the playoff game. That's probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my career. It was just so cool to be out there with him and his brother and sister and his mom in the building and his grandma. That's just insane. My mom get to watch her son and her grandson during the playoffs. That's crazy.
That's
Bronny, so obviously unprecedented on so many levels that you guys got to share the floor together in the playoffs tonight. Did you have a conversation with him at all before? Did you give him any fatherly advice, teammate advice going into this game?
No, I mean, listen, we all prepared this week, including Bronny. But shit, just like everybody in their first playoff game, you're gonna be nervous. You can try to prepare for it. You try to sleep as much as you can the night before. You can, do all the things that you do, your same routine and everything. When you step on that floor, I mean, I remember my first, it was in 2006, going against Washington, our first home game, being back in the playoffs in a minute in a long time with the Cavs, and I was just nervous as hell. Like, as soon as I got on the floor, I was just super nervous. But once you get the kind of them jitters out, you get that first game under your belt, now you kind of know what to expect. So, yeah, I mean, it'd be better going into, the next time you get his number call.
Last question.
Hey, Ron, setting the tone the way you did tonight as a facilitator, how important was that to the sustained success you all had offensively tonight?
Well, for me, I got to do a little bit of everything. That's what the job requires. And, so it's being a triple threat, being able to rebound, being able to pass, being able to shoot. Also defend, put myself in a position where I can bring value to this ball club, bring value to this team, throughout this series. And, it's going to be a game-to-game situation to see what, how the game plays out. So I don't predetermine what I'm going to do. The only thing that's predetermined in my game is how I'll prepare. I'll prepare before I get to the game, and then once I get out there, it's all about reading and reacting, understanding situations. I've been in every situation you can ever imagine as a basketball player, so there's nothing that can surprise me.